Hi, my name is Richard Barry. In this video, we're going to introduce you to the T-shift transitional shelter. We call it the T-shift because we believe the concept behind this shelter represents a paradigm shift in the way shelters in the future will be funded, built, deployed, and utilized. We believe we will be able to supply this shelter to relief organizations at a fraction of the cost of what's normally spent on a T-shelter. Yet the T-shift is far superior to traditional T-shelters. The old T-shelter model that relief organizations now use features structures that can't be moved and have very short lifespans. The housing crisis in Haiti, which was a result of an earthquake in 2010, is now exposing the flaws in the current T-shelter model. One of the big problems there that's hindering rebuilding efforts is land ownership. Only a very small percentage of people who own land can prove that they own their land. Because T-shelters typically have a foundation that's permanently attached to the ground, relief organizations will not build on land unless ownership can be proven. This left many people who were renters before the earthquake living in tents and other rickety shelters. More than 3 years after the earthquake, many of these people still live in the tent camps throughout the earthquake zone. In fact, it's estimated that over 400,000 people still live in inadequate shelter. This is about the population of a major U.S. city like Miami, Florida. Imagine the horror if the entire population of Miami, Florida were living in tents and rickety shelters, totally vulnerable to a hurricane with no place to go. Unfortunately, this is the situation we have in Haiti today. The problem is traditional T-shelters can't be built in the camps because they can't be moved when the camp is disbanded. This T-shelter, the T-shift, is perfectly suited for the situation in Haiti because it is movable. It can be set up in about a day. It mostly bolts together and it has a removable anchoring system. Another problem hindering the rebuilding efforts in Haiti is the lack of earthquake-resistant building materials. The country is almost completely deforested. Both wood and steel must be imported, making these materials way too expensive for the average Haitian family to build with. Because of this, only about 6,000 permanent homes have been built in Haiti since the earthquake in 2010. Something like 200,000 permanent homes are needed, so the housing crisis in Haiti could last for decades. Most of the T-shelters that have been built in Haiti were designed to last between 2 and 5 years. Some of these are already reaching the end of their life cycle, and as they do, most of them will need to be replaced. So, what relief organizations need is a safe, durable, long-lasting structure that can be moved as needed. This structure, the T-shift, is an example of what's needed in Haiti or in other countries with similar housing challenges. It's earthquake and hurricane resistant, and the materials used in its construction will allow the shelter, with proper care, to last a minimum of 50 years. And it's movable. So no matter how long it takes a family to rebuild after a disaster, the T-shift will provide a safe, comfortable home for them. We're currently setting up an organization which will be dedicated to producing this structure on a nonprofit basis. And we'll be providing them to partner relief organizations at a price that will be less than what most organizations pay for a very basic T-shelter. The components of the T-shift can be efficiently built locally in the U.S. and Canada, utilizing volunteers who have a strong desire to help but don't necessarily want to travel to a disaster-stricken country to do so. Additionally, there's a unique fundraising opportunity with this concept. Imagine a high school student who instead of going on the expensive mission trip, decides to stay home and raise the money for the materials to build a home for a family in a country like Haiti. To buy the materials, she raises $1,500, which is about the cost of the average international mission trip. Additionally, she volunteers to work at the local shop where the T-shift shelters are made. The shop is set up to provide a safe, comfortable, and fun environment for volunteers. 50 man-hours is the approximate amount of labor that goes into building one T-shift, so she volunteers to work the full 50 hours. Then she can rightly say that instead of going on the mission trip, she funded and built a home for a family in desperate need of one. And a relief organization that partners with us will receive a safe, durable transitional shelter for the cost of shipping and setup. Compare that to the cost of a traditional T-shelter, which typically costs between $2,000 and $4,800. And the T-shift is far superior to most T-shelters because it's earthquake resistant, hurricane resistant, and movable. There are also a number of other features we haven't mentioned here. So we've created a T-shift tour video so we can familiarize you with all the features of this structure. To see this video or to learn more, please visit our website, tshift.org. Finally, we're looking to partner with relief organizations or anyone who's interested in our mission of providing this safe, durable transitional shelter to relief organizations around the world. For more information, please contact us.